So, welcome back. Or shall we? So here's a real. There it is. There's the opening. What if we opened every episode with just a disgusting mouth sound?
What if it just gets longer and longer every new episode? So the first one we started just it's gross. Yeah, you don't like it.
That's it. That's the Walkie Talkie is a tea podcast now. Every episode's gonna open with the long.
Just a good. We're gonna. You know what? This has just become a tea advertisement. We're gonna sell you on this tea by how good we're slurping it. You know.
That's right. So, in this episode, we're trying to go down the path of Nirvana. We found a secret method that involves walking through a very long park and trying to drink tea while doing a podcast.
Yeah, and we're also we also got to balance some stuff in our head, but they haven't told us what it is yet, so they're probably gonna drop that on us mid podcast. We'll see.
Maybe, but for now we're using temporary items. I've got a Cocker Spaniel on my head. And then on top of the Cocker Spaniel is a bagel.
I got a fat Pikachu plushie.
Oh, nice.
It's actually really hard to balance it. My neck is getting crushed right now. But
don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's chill. I gotta tell you, I don't know what it is about today, but I'm hyped as hell. I don't know what it is. I'm just ready. I'm ready to punch. I'm ready to throw hands. I'm ready to go down. You
showed out to me. You're like, all right, let's go. I'm ready.
I took a shower. That's new. I haven't fucking done that in a bit. It's nice. I feel refreshed. I went for a jog because the weather wasn't actually painfully cold.
Yeah?
It was nice. And then I got home and I felt dizzy because I hadn't jogged in months. But, we're all good now. I got tea.
Yeah. Today was, I just wanted to lay in the bed. The weather for me was just kind of too cold. So I was like, I want to stay inside and lay down.
How cold does it get over there in Cali?
On my side of the house that we live in together, I don't know, 60. I'm used to
You ain't used to that. You ain't got cold yet. You think that's cold? You ain't lived cold, buddy. I breathe cold, alright? Whether I want to or not, it's actually really bad. You shouldn't breathe in that much cold. It leads to sickness in your lungs. But
really?
Actually, yeah, no. Genuinely, if you breathe in enough cold air, it will fuck you up.
But I fucking love breathing in cold air. I legit sometimes, if I'm at the grocery store in the freezer aisle, I open the door and I go.
You just take a good whiff. You pop in a couple of mint gums and you just
I let it get into my lungs. I'm like, cause that's fucking cold. That's where it's like a fucking mountain inside of my lungs.
Yeah, no, it's gonna shrivel up your lungs, dude.
What?
It's what it's. Yeah, you're gonna become like a little frozen man.
That's fucked up. I want cold air in my lungs.
Your superhero origin story is that when you're fucking not even a kid, just an adult, you walked through the freezer aisle and just sniffed in all the air.
I'm gonna be trapped in a grocery store, and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna die, I might as well die breathing in the cool air. The next day, I'm like, oh my god, I got super breath.
It's your fucking cask of Amontillado. They fucking lock you in a freezer, and you're like, fuck yeah, this rocks.
Hey, I got no problem here.
I got fucking wine and shit. Hell yeah. They're keeping it in their freezer for some reason.
Ice cream. Then I realized I can't cook the frozen corn dogs.
You know what? A raw frozen corn dog, wouldn't hurt. Maybe just one.
I'll just tuck it under my shirt and let that be the warmer.
Yeah, you stick it in your mouth and you'll breathe really hard. You'll be like, and you'll try to cook it like a microwave.
That's fucked up. Microwaves literally just kind of shake. They shake your molecules.
Yeah, microwaves are really I mean, it's just radiation. It's fucked up. It's literally a radiation box.
A fucking machine that shakes the molecules so that it produces heat. That's how did you make that?
I genuinely don't.
Microwaves I understand why
you think about the concept of ovens, and it's like, oh, okay, it's like a square where like it heats up over time with like electricity, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like a general warm atmosphere inside of that oven. But like a microwave, like doesn't warm up the same. It literally shoots waves at you at like whatever food you got there, and just like yeah, rearranges its molecules. That is fucked up.
It's like I understand. I understand. Wanting them to shake molecules. All right, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, all right.
Like you
You
make
see
a
a
bucket
baby,
like
you
this
pick it
makes
up, you
shake.
shake its molecules.
This
It's
makes
funny
yeah.
stuff.
But do it enough to like you just like this is food now. This is for food. You put it in there
Yeah,
and now and like like something is cooked. That means it's like it's been going through a whole process.
I
Literally
feel.
just altering the temperature so it's not like cold anymore.
Yeah,
That's it.
it just like skips it. It does it in minutes. It's actually fucking insane. It's just like let's recontextualize, let's reprogram those
That's so
cells.
fucked. Like just fucking recontextualizing or just like
Yeah,
erase.
it's rearranging like the genome pattern of my hot dog, so it
You're
fucking.
essentially changing the coding of that fucking lasagna you got on your plate.
I bet you. I feel like eating too much microwave food will fucking do bad things, and not
Oh,
necessarily just
absolutely.
not necessarily because of the unhealthiness of the food, but like the microwave, like I feel like does shit. I don't know. It will do shit to you. Not in small dosage, but I
Well,
don't know. I'm
I mean,
just
obviously the
curious.
quality of food is not as good as just like regular food. Like if you, because to say that you eat nothing but microwave food implies that you're never cooking anything, not even leftovers. So you're just eating food that like goes beyond the process of raw to cooked. It's like raw to cooked to like either frozen or compacted to
Oh
packaged
man.
to like set on a shelf for like whoever knows how long.
Yeah, it's already been cooked and then it's been frozen again and then it's been like
That's the one. Yeah, that's also
it's
fucked up.
been
Like
mutated.
imagine like there's just like a whole factory where they make food just to freeze it and then put it in a box.
Yeah, when you think about it, fucking, I mean, just food, like, distribution is weird as hell. I think about this all the time, specifically with, like, orange juice, out of all things. It's not, like, radiated or anything, but, like, they just have, like, gallons, like, silos of just, like, pressed orange juice. I don't know if they do it in
Yeah,
silos, but whatever.
it's like that's also fucked, but also like it's kind of magical to see. All right, because I think I'll like burst into tears if you take it to like a gummy worm factory, and and I see all those gummy worms flying off the conveyor belt,
What
and
do you
it's like
think? Do you think they got like a little like springy like a little spring where they launch them out and they like catch them in a big like Rube Goldberg machine?
no, they fucking they make them they harvest them in their big soil patch in the middle of the factory, and they
Oh
just
yeah,
dig and they're like, oh, found one. Ooh, this one's a sour.
yeah. They like they make it rain so that they don't want to like they want to come out into the surface. You got to get those fresh gummy worms. What would you do, Uni, if you fucking you're going to like a tour to like a gummy factory or something, and as soon as you walk in, you just hear like Powerline, the fucking like cartoon Tom and Jerry song. It's like da 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 da. That's just like the music they have constantly looping, and all the workers are just extremely tired of it.
I think if it's like that in a gummy worm factory, it'd be like a SpongeBob scenario where I'm working one of the fucking lamest jobs in society, but I'm just cheery and happy all the time because it's like I love all these things.
uh.
What if I what? Okay, here's let me give you something. What if you found out that gummy worms are actually a rare species of worms that are neon colored, and you're like, oh my god, and they're like, here's a real gummy worm because you're at the factory. It's like
Oh.
wriggling and like alive and breathing,
Oh, it's just like
and it's on
fuck.
the
Like factories have just been like just
no yeah.
brainwashed. Yeah, just
Like
the
here, let me tell you where this case. So
yeah yeah
it's
yeah yeah.
gone down the conveyor belt. You're like, oh my god, I love this little guy, and it's under like a little tube or a little vent, and then the vent shoots out some fucking coating of water, and then it freezes.
They're like just like wiggling around. They're like they make little noises and they're like yeah woohoo
Yeah,
That's like what they sound
shot
like.
with a shot with a coat of special water formula, and then it just kind of.
I would jump in and like push them out of the way to save their life, and then I would get coated in the formula. It's this horrible experience, and they're like, "Well, I guess we got to make gummy Shal now."
God. The next day, I just looked at it. I'm like, "Oh look, Trolley made a new gummy." And it's just all little U's. I'm like, "Damn,
Damn, this is tasty.
This is yummy."
Would you be upset if like Trolley or like a gummy factory started using your likeness, just like gummy unis, and you just like see them in the store, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?" And you're like, the guy at the cash register is like, "Oh yeah, those are brand new. They're real good."
I think
like, well,
I'd want to get paid. I want to get paid.
yeah, and then you go to the factory and you're like, "What the fuck's the meaning of this?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm glad you like our product. It's you see, it's based off of our new founder." And then like they like unveil the curtains, and it's just like a guy who looks exactly like like a clown with flaming hair and like a blue nose. And it's just like unrelated to you though. It's just like the species they found.
I'm like, no, hold on. Are you telling me this guy here refounded your company?
Yeah, we lost it for a bit, but
we lost it, but he found it.
He found it. And you know, finders keepers. That's what they say.
This is no big fucking big advertisements from Trolley. Like, we lost our fucking we lost the entire Trolley empire. Please help us. And then
that's the new ad campaign. Like, they're like, "Help us find the Trolley factory."
And then like on the fifth day, the guy's like, "Oh wait a second, it's over here." And they walk over the hill and they see it. They're like, "That's it. You're the new founder."
They're like, "Oh shit! I didn't think to look there. I've been looking everywhere." Okay. It was just like behind where I thought it was. All right, it's cool.
Just behind this big hill.
This wasn't here yesterday. I could have sworn, but all right.
Oh, you know, these earthquakes making new mountains and shit.
Fucking tectonic plates ass. No. Man. Tectonic plates are wild. I love the concept of Pangea. It's just like one big land, and then it just broke off. It's fucked up. Do you think we can start a petition to like reform Pangea?
Nah, here's what we gotta do. We gotta do leg day. And then like when we get like really strong enough, swollen our legs,
yeah,
we'll like go on a boat and press our legs against the very edge of the continents. Like, and then bend our knees and just boom.
Just push simultaneously.
Yeah.
Everyone's listening to like they have headphones on and it's like a live stream and it's like, "On my mark, push." And it's just like people who all across the world who have been practicing leg day. So we get like Australians who are like fucking buff as shit, and like fucking like Korean people who are buff as shit, and it's just like pushing the world together. I love that. I think that would actually lead to world peace.
Just fucking kicking the continents toward each other. I think that would lead to more conflict.
No, because then we realize, you know, borders are an artificial construct. It's cool. It's chill.
Yeah, the borders keep changing every fucking week because we keep crashing into each other.
We formed so many mountains. It's harder to see each other now.
I miss them.
I miss the people who I didn't see before, but now I have a huge mountain.
You see, now that I don't see them, my eyes are more open than they were before.
Oh, yeah. Now that...
It's like a metaphor.
Holy shit, that's deep, man. You should write some philosophy or something.
Did I tell you? Okay, that actually reminds me of, I wanted to, so, you know when you're like a middle schooler, 7th or 8th grade, and then you're like, I want my thing, I want my gimmick. And like how, I think you said that you'd leave a glove around somewhere.
Yeah, no, I had one glove, and it was like my calling card. I ever figured if I did a murder, which I never
yeah.
did.
I think no, that was because you've actually talked about the on a Walkie Talkie episode.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Yeah,
That I
so
would
don't
leave
worry.
it. Yeah, that was my calling card. But
So-
what would your gimmick be, Ian?
My gimmick was like it lasted for like 3 days. It was like I'll try to like make fake philosophy because that's so random and funny. And then on the second day, after the second day, I got bored and I stopped.
Do you have any like fake philosophy that you
I
remember?
think something about if you throw a shoe across the field, you'll never know what time of day it is. Something like that. Some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I fail to see the correlation, but it is deep, you know, when you
That's
really
the no.
think
That's the
about
thing.
it.
It's not. It's supposed to be random and nonsensical.
Oh, or
and
is
then
it
I
just like
slap on the
XD, like philosophy? Was it just like
yeah?
if you
I say whatever and I slap philosophy on top of that.
yeah, if you look for bacon, you may find dodos instead or something like that.
That's like that shit. That's why it's a good thing it didn't last more than 2 days.
I love that. Wait, so what? I'm just imagining it's like the first day of school, and everyone's like, "Uni, welcome back, man. How's it?" It's like, "How you been?" And you're like, "If you throw a shoe in the middle of the football field, you'll never know what time of day it is."
And then everybody was like, "Oh man, this kid's not fucking around."
Then your plan backfires on you because everyone's too philosophically intimidated to approach you. They're afraid of sounding like an idiot.
I think though that's why I had to stop. That's why I was able to stop after day 2 because nobody questions me ever again.
You're like, I'm tired of this. I want challenge.
Yeah, so like, fuck it.
It's hard being on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. No, I feel you with the gimmicks though. Elementary school. It feels like in elementary school when you're really young, everyone's just kind of have that one like word that defines them. Did we talk about this? How
No.
like I feel like in elementary school everyone's just got one word. So it's like, oh yeah, it's the glasses kid. That's the glue kid. He eats glue. That's like the weird kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a little mischievous one. One time we were doing this project where our teacher gave us newspapers, and we had to cut them out and put them on this big poster board, just like headlines. And I accidentally cut out the word porn without knowing what it was because I was like an elementary schooler. So it just had like, if you looked at this thing, it was just like a bunch of headlines about like giraffes and shit like that, and it just like had porn in big letters. And my teacher was like, "We gotta cover that up."
Hey, put that away.
Dude, put that thing away. We're like children here.
I am a child.
Oh.
Well, then it's okay.
No, we're all good.
Leave it out. Make a statement.
Be the change you want to see in the world. No, I had some fucked up elementary school teachers. One time, we in 5th grade, me and my friend went up to the teacher. I forgot, she was like stressed about something, and we like asked her. We're like, I don't know what it was. We were like, hey, do you have any glue or something? But I forgot because she was preoccupied, so she was like, shit. And then me and my friend like at that moment just looked up at like within the second and just like we just like made that face at each other. It's just like, oh, it's such a fucking big deal.
When you mention elementary teachers, it's like I just remember something really kind of fucked up in a relative sense. Because in my 3rd grade teacher, I remember I had like issues. So like sometimes I think it was like the 5th or 7th time that class year I started bursting into tears because of something unrelated. Mm-hmm. And I think because it was like the 5th or 7th, you know what my fucking 3rd grade teacher said? He just went, "Oh, stop crying."
Are you like actually sad or something? Holy shit, I love
it's so funny.
Get over it. That's fucked up.
It's like in hindsight, it's funny because that dude was like fucking in his 40s, and he just went to a kid. Is like, oh, you fucking crying?
Are you a fucking baby or something?
like what a fucking asshole!
Holy shit! No, this this fucked up.
It is.
It sounds like I can't think of the exact comedy. I'm thinking like maybe Adam Sandler though, when it's like, I had a good childhood, and it was like it's like a flashback or like establishing a shot of the movie where it's like them as a kid and they're crying, and then the like adult's like, "Oh, would you shut up?" And then it like cuts to like them as they're older or something.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that's like it's like I think like that's fucked up, but for some reason I find it slightly amusing when I see like in a movie or TV that the adults think that the solution to a crybaby is to cry louder back. Like, where you like that?
That's what I do to my cat whenever he meows at me. I fucking meow back at him. He's like, meow, and I'm like, meow.
Alright, hold on real quick. You still got some tea left?
Yeah, I got some tea left.
Alright, let's take a big old sip now.
Alright.
I think I was trying to work because I think some legit sprayed out of my nose for a second. Not like intense spray, but like a mist. I think came out of my nose.
Oh god, like a little spray.
Yes, just a little tea mist.
Oh god, whatchamacallit? I used to have a issue with that between the passage between my mouth and my nose, where I feel like it was like bigger or something for some reason, because I would always get shit clogged up my nose. And it wasn't like tiny shit either. It was like big shit. Like I got like half a gummy bear stuck up my nose because it just went up instead of going down my throat. No. but yeah, whatchamacallit? That shit happened on a roller coaster one time. Anyways, I was gonna say Zoinks. No, the sipping, us sipping the tea, reminds me of middle school, because I was a little shit in middle school, but in my art school, when the instructor would be like, all right, this is what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut out some glass or something, we're gonna paste it on here or whatever, the lesson plan, I would have a cup of water and I would just be like like while she was talking.
So you were obnoxious?
Yeah, I was obnoxious as shit. I was a fucking asshole.
Okay. Just to set the record straight.
Yeah. I've had my character arc. I've grown. I wouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, now you just smoke a little bit of that, sing something.
Oh yeah. Some of that 12 herbs and spices that they keep at KFC.
Oh my god. Do you roll it up, or do you just stick your head in it?
Oh no, I just light the chicken while I smoke it.
Oh, okay.
It's a big drumstick I got sticking out of my mouth, and I got a flame on
it. It's a big drumstick, and you stick it in your mouth like a jawbreaker from Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Yeah, my cheeks all bulbous.
Okay, I actually remember a question I was going to ask you. If you could bump into one of your elementary teachers, again, while you are in your 20s, which one would you be most okay with?
Which one would I be most okay with? I mean, I don't remember the teachers I really was. I remember the teachers I wasn't okay with. You know what I mean? That's what I remember from elementary.
That's what I'm saying. Which of them is not the worst to be oh, hey, I guess we'll catch up?
Oh, my art teacher liked me, I guess. She was cool.
What?
Whatchamacallit? We had this... we had these things. We had electives in elementary school, which weren't really electives. It was there were classes that cycled between an art class, a music class, and a computer class. Which is the concept of computer class is wild now, but do they have them anymore? Actually, and
Computer classes? I
where they like teach
think
you how to
they're
type
just-
and shit.
I think they might just be integrated into elementary school.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But anyways, we had like rotating classes like that, and whatchamacallit? No, there was this like performance that we would put on, where it was like the end of the year kind of thing, or oh, excuse me. Either the either one block from the art classes and a different block from the music classes, you know, and we would alternate different times. Would go up and present, and I remember because I was a big fan of art and I loved art, and I was pissed because I got music and I had to do the music presentation.
Shit.
So we sang a fucking song about a kookaburra. About a kookaburra in a gum tree. So the lyrics are, kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. Merry, merry king of the bushes he, laugh, kookaburra, laugh. And then the line was, gay your life must be. And
Wow.
as elementary schoolers, that fucking threw us for a loop. And then our teacher would be like, gay means happy. That's it. And we're like, okay, neat.
Oh, wow.
I'm learning.
So that's the one teacher you just...
What about you, Uni? What teacher would you want to see?
Okay, definitely not the one that was like, oh, stop crying, you fucking kid. Not that one. Those... Not the 4th grade one, because I remember he had to, like, use scissors to cut my shoes, like, my shoelaces, because for some reason I somehow managed to find the right amount of ties to make it impossible to just let loose.
So wait. He cut your shoelaces?
He had to cut my shoelaces with scissors instead of untying them because I somehow tied them so complicated that it was too difficult to get them out.
I'm just picturing you from a young age, and like you're like tying as you're tying this. You know, you do like a sequence where like you tie a little knot in your shoe and then you untie it and then you tie a little like a monkey in it and then you untie it and like your hands are in there and you're doing like one of like those little like webs of yarn or something, and then he just cuts it.
He cuts it like the monster he was.
What a fucking asshole. That's actually, that sucks though. If a teacher just cut your shoelaces.
I mean, that's what he did.
I couldn't tie my shoelaces until like 5th grade.
Wow.
I think it was either that. It was like I couldn't tie my shoelaces or I couldn't use the swings right until like 5th grade. So I would always like, because the thing is when you use the swing, you know how you gotta like kick your legs out and then put them back in.
Yeah.
I would always just have them out so I wouldn't go anywhere. It
Stagnant.
sucked. Yeah.
Stagnant.
I had to get 2 friends to show me how to do it. And then I like went up in the air and I was like, I'm doing it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What's it? The other ones were just kind of meh. My 1st grade teacher, I think he may have contributed to like the small bit of ego that I have today.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did a lot of things that kind of pertained to me, because I guess I was the smartest one in the class. I remember specifically I wore a SpongeBob shirt one day to school, and then the next day he's like, we're gonna watch something because it's the last day of school. Guess what it is? And he says, it's SpongeBob.
Yo.
And I was like, holy shit.
And then the entire class looked at you and you had your big SpongeBob shirt on.
That's the thing. I feel like a couple people looked at me when like the SpongeBob DVD was shown.
Oh, fucking, of course, you're fucking playing SpongeBob for the SpongeBob kid over here.
The Sponge Boy, huh?
You know, it was originally called SpongeBoy Ahoy, but I guess you already knew that, huh, kid?
Listen, nobody could get mad because everybody was fucking crazy about SpongeBob. Everybody was just happy to get SpongeBob on
Oh
the last
yeah.
day of school.
No,
So I
there.
also, but oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, keep going. What are you saying?
But oh, you know what's also? It's like I also have a bad memory from first grade. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, because um, it wasn't that the teacher did anything. It's like I was holding the pet hamster, the class hamster named Houdini,
Oh, I love that.
and I think I dropped him, and I thought I killed him.
Oh no, don't love
So I was
that as
just
much.
crying, but I think Houdini was fine.
You just scampered off.
He just kind of like jumped off my hands and then fell.
Oh damn. Yeah, no, they'll do that. Little vermin, little rats and stuff. I use vermin in a appreciative context as well. I never
Yes.
use it, yeah, as slander. Um,
I call my wife vermin.
vermin, I'm home.
Come here, you little rodents.
She fucking crawls. She like crawls up to you and she's like, just making horrible little rodent noises.
She does that thing when she twitches her nose.
So you find any good cheeses recently?
Ooh, baby, let me show you some good cheese. And you whip out the platter. And then it's like the fucking R&B music with the slow, deep voice singing guy. He's like, oh, yeah.
That's a lot of cheese.
That's ideal. That's what I fucking want. I want to like whip out the cheese platter and then
that's a dream relationship.
Fucking... Yeah, it's just a campfire eating cheese.
Oh god, that does sound nice. As a kid, my family would just buy cheese, like blocks of cheddar, you know. But I would just like rip off chunks of it and just eat it, like without like.
I mean, listen, who's gonna blame you?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, who's gonna stop the kid who loves cheese, you know, from eating cheese? But
you were the cheese kid.
I was the cheese kid. My parents called me like, they're like, "You're a little mouse, aren't you?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just like cheese."
You just like cheese. Get off my fucking back.
Get off my fucking back. And then I ran away from home, and all I had in my little like pack with my stick was just a bunch of cheese blocks.
No, what would have been more ideal is if you ran away and you were just like the runaway kid that always carried around a kebab of cheese.
Just like a big stick of assorted cheeses.
Yeah, and then every time you just kind of like, then you take a bite out of it.
when I'm feeling particularly down, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little pick me up. Whatchamacallit? I was gonna say something earlier about SpongeBob, but I forgot my train of thought. I remember I yelled at a girl one time about SpongeBob.
Holy shit!
This isn't my proudest moment. It's not a proud moment. It's not close to one. It's actually a disappointing one. But I had an OC I used to draw in elementary school. And it was 6th grade, so it was the first year of middle school. And I was like, you know, I was getting new OCs. I was phasing out, but I was drawing this old OC who was, shape language based on a square. And as I was drawing him, this girl like leaned over my shoulder and she's like, "Oh, is that SpongeBob?" And I'm like, "Does this look like fucking SpongeBob to you? I'm sorry, are you blind?" And I'm pretty sure that she fucking felt really bad and she didn't talk to me for the rest of like the school's years.
You fucked her up.
Yeah. she's gonna go to therapy, and she's like, when I was in middle school, a kid yelled at me because I didn't know it wasn't SpongeBob.
Okay. Now you reminded me of fucking a not so proud moment in elementary. Apparently there was like something going on. We're like, okay, everybody gets baseball or no football cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up getting a Raiders football card, and at the time Raiders were pretty big, at least from my perspective, because I knew somebody who like had a lot of Raiders stuff.
Mm.
So then in lunchtime, my buddy Serge there Does it matter if I say the name or not? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you can name drop if you want. You can censor it.
We'll call them the Bobby.
The Bobby. Okay.
Not the yeah, the Bobby. He's the one.
Oh, him?
He was that.
That's
yeah, he was
the
that
Bobby.
That one kid. He's like, call me the Bobby. And every time you go, hey Bobby, he doesn't turn around. You're like, okay, fine. Hey, the Bobby. And then he turns around and goes, hey.
Did he have fucking like? Was he always like got a fucking Tootsie Pop in his mouth and he's like, it looks like he's smoking a cigarette? He's like,
sure, yeah.
It's me, the Bobby. Anyways, yeah.
So, like, so on lunchtime, I'm like, hey, the Bobby. I'll give you this Raiders football card if you give me your chicken nuggets. And then he goes, the Bobby will do this. So he hands it over. And I'm like, thanks. And I eat all the chicken nuggets. And I'm like, no, wait, give it back. I didn't mean it.
You're like, wait, this is a fucking stupid trade.
I mean, it was a good trade for me. But I was just like, wait, I wanted the chicken nuggets and the card. Give it over here. Hand it over, the Bobby. And so I spent like the next 10 minutes trying to convince the Bobby to give me back the card, and I eventually did.
Fucking, alright, you want the card back? Alright, but you're gonna have to do something for me.
The Bobby?
The Bobby. So you just fucking gave...
You know what, every time...
Let me trade...
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me trade you this card for some chicken nuggets, and then you ate all his chicken nuggets, you're like, fuck it, I want the card.
They're like, oh, you want something from the Bobby again? It's gonna cost you. From this point on, if I ever tell a story that involves another kid that I would need to give a name, I think I'm just gonna make every child the Bobby.
The Bobby. You're gonna go to a school and there's gonna be 40 the Bobbies. And they're all gonna fight over each other to figure out who is the Bobby.
It's the Bobby Royale, yeah.
No, but your trading story reminds me, in elementary school, I would trade things for people, because I would I don't know, I have food or something, I'd have a Go-Gurt, and a kid would be like, can I have that Go-Gurt? And I'll be like, hey, I'll trade it for your soul.
You were that kid?
I was that kid, yeah, I used to fucking, I think by the end of I graduated 5th grade, I had a fucking 10 different souls or something like that.
Yeah, I think you said this again too, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if it was in a podcast or not, but you definitely did bring this up.
But yeah, I used to do that shit. A kid got really insecure about it, and he was like, come on man, give me my soul back. And I was like, I don't know what you got for me.
Holy shit.
We traded gum or whatever, I don't remember.
What's your soul worth? A pack of gum.
Shit, a pack? Yeah, definitely worth that.
Okay. Well, if I were to offer up my soul, Shal, right now, what do you think you would give for it?
For your soul? I'm looking around. What do I got? I got some pretty cool rock. One of them's a tiger's eye. They they lead to creativity and success.
Whoa.
What else do I got? I got the Art of Wreck-It Ralph book. I'll give you that one.
Oh. Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, I'm not gonna part with my Inside Out art book. You crazy? No. Whatchamacallit? I would trade you a dimple plush for your soul. I think I would.
Holy shit. That's just another soul.
That's what I'm saying. A soul for a soul, baby.
Alright. You know what I give you? I just alright, hand over your soul. And I pull out the Pac-Man amiibo.
I would fucking, yeah, you got it, man. It's all yours. For a Pac-Man amiibo, are you kidding me? He's doing that classic wink. He's pointing at something behind him. He's mischievous.
Yep.
I love that dude.
Pac-Man, pretty awesome.
He's a pretty neat guy. I get it, man. He's just like a yellow circle. It's good character design.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know, in the
Hold
old
on.
Pac-Man cartoon
Yeah.
that they would have on Boomerang, um, there's a well, first of all, that cartoon's fucking crazy as hell, and there's that one point, I forget why, but they visit Pack Rushmore or something like that.
Okay.
And it just has a bunch of all the presidents as like pack sonas and shit. It's an interesting cartoon. I think Santa Claus was there at one point, but as a Pac-Man as well.
That's awesome.
It's cool. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
So, did you finish all your tea? Because I know I did.
I absolutely did finish all my tea. It was,
Wow.
I feel lighter now after that.
Enlightened, even?
Yeah. Microwaved even.
That's okay. It's funny that you say that because apparently at the end of this park in this the Nirvana trip we've been trying to go in, it's just this big microwave.
Oh shit, that's Nirvana. It's just fucking.
That's nobody's ever walked inside a giant microwave and turned it on, and that's why nobody's ever actually reached true Nirvana.
Yeah, it's not even the waves. It's just the spinning sensation of it that really just
Yeah, unlike a hot plate.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck this cocker spagel. Get this stupid bagel off
Yeah,
of
I'm
me.
gonna fucking throw this fat Pikachu away.
Shal, you ready to reach Nirvana?
Let's do it. Let's fucking go to Nirvana.
Let's get to Nirvana.